Hey guys, it's been uh, actually quite a few weeks since I made a video. A lot of things have transpired since the last time I put a video up, but in light of the recent election of Trump, I feel the need to end a lot of confusion many people may have with regards to the true nature of racism, white supremacy. Um, There's a lot of things that I've discovered over the last 2 years specific to racism and white supremacy, which I've discovered basically that they're really the same thing because the dominant power and control over all our areas of activity, uh, you'll see white people at the top of it around the world. Um, and non-white people are the ones that are being victimized in order for the dominant group to maintain their status and standard of living. So I'm not even going to debate that. If the, all evidence factors that in, plus, I've listened to quite a number of white people who are willing to admit it, um, and understand that's not very common because one of the unwritten rules about white supremacy is you don't mention white supremacy. You keep it, you know, uh, down low. Keep it a secret, or you don't make it explicit. One thing that Trump did is he did make it explicit, in which emboldened people who have been practicing and indoctrinating themselves with white supremacy in private to be more open with it. You may have noticed that there's been a rise in post-election race crimes. And the thing is, the media and many people would have us believe that most people aren't racist and that everybody that voted for Trump wasn't racist. But here's my question to that. During all these incidents of racism and race crimes after the election, where are all these non-racist good white people at? Why are they allowing these incidents to happen unfettered, uninterrupted? I have yet to see a video where a good non-racist white person jumps in the middle and says, "Stop, this is wrong. I won't stand for it." I have not seen that yet. Until I see that, I am going to remain suspicious of every single white person that they could possibly be a racist white supremacist. Now, I've listened to many interviews. Even last night, I was listening to a Professor Zachary Casey, who basically acknowledged that it's impossible to be white in the United States and not be a racist because you have to actively participate in a system that oppresses non-white people. And if you're not purposefully countering that, then you're complicit in its maintenance and upkeep. So, which in essence makes you a part of the system and a participant in the system. So, if you claim to be a good non-racist white person, then you need to step forward and make yourself known when these overt racist incidents happen. If you do not, then understand that you are a moral fraud. And you're just saying that to make it seem as though you're moral, even though you're not. People who are moral do not participate in the dehumanization and the victimization of other people. They don't do it. The only reason racism is allowed to take place is there's been such a dehumanization of everyone that is not white that they cannot relate to non-white people. They've done tests to check, just to test the empathy. There's a test that can show where the brain lights up when you see somebody in pain, and that's supposed to signify empathy. White people cannot empathize with non-white people when they're in pain. That part does not light up. But when they see another white person, that part lights up. However, in the inverse, the reverse, if a person of color, non-white person, were to see another non-white person in pain, that area of the brain lights up. And if they see a white person in pain, that area of the brain lights up. So, in essence, white people have been socially conditioned not to empathize with non-white people. And there is a technical term for people who can't empathize with other human beings. You can look that up. But again, this rise in race crimes, racism, open and blatant, and these passive bystanders, they're showing you that if they passively bystand and watch people being mistreated, that they condone it, that they are a part of it, that it's okay. And if they're okay with it, that means they're complicit and they're a part of it. So until I see that, until I see some kind of hero effect where somebody's willing to take a risk and stand up for other people on video, then I'm going to remain, and I'm going to encourage other non-white people to remain highly suspicious of every single white person, because they have not proven themselves to be the proclaimers of moral virtue that they are. They proclaim moral virtue, but it doesn't pan out. I have yet to see a white person sacrifice or help out a non-white person on video. So that's it for this video.